Now let's go ahead and combine our if statements and our logical operators we just talked about. So is raining equals true. So we have the is raining variable set to true, and is windy also set to true. And now we want to also check if we have an umbrella. So has umbrella, garbage trucks outside. Hopefully that sound will go away. Yep, has umbrella is false. So now we have three different Boolean values: is raining, is windy, and do we have our umbrella. These will all play a factor into whether we take the bus or we walk to work, right? So if it is raining is true, and let's say is windy is false. If we do not, let's say this, if we do not have our umbrella and it is raining, then we definitely want to take the bus because we don't want to get drenched, right? So we can start with if is raining and we do not have our umbrella. So we haven't really talked about the not symbol yet, but I can show you this and it'll only take a second. So I'm going to comment this out for now by doing, I highlighted the whole thing, and I can comment out all the lines at once by doing Control/, and that'll comment out everything. If you want to bring it back, highlight it again, Control/. I'm commenting that out because I want to show you the negation operator before we continue. So if I say something like has umbrella, like this, colon equals false, and I print it, right, print fmt.print ln has umbrella. If I run this, right, the commented out code will not be looked at by the computer. That's just for our purposes. Has umbrella is false, and we print it, we should get false. We get false. Great. Now if I want to negate this, if I want to flip it around on its head, I can put the exclamation symbol out in front of it, or the bang operator, and I'm going to say has umbrella equals not false. Not false is true, so we run this, has umbrella is now true. So this is kind of how this negation operator works. So let's do a couple examples here now that we know about the negation operator. We can start with actually has umbrella. So if is raining, if it's raining and it is, and we do not have our umbrella, we'll start that way. If it's raining and we do not, so the exclamation point, not has umbrella, then we want to print ln. If it's raining, no umbrella, we want to take the bus, like this. So if is raining is true, and we do not have our umbrella is true, then we take the bus. So is raining is the left hand side of this equal sign. So we're saying if this whole thing is true, then we take the bus. So if it is raining, which is true right now, and we do not have our umbrella, so if we have umbrella, currently has umbrella is false, so the opposite of false is true, and not has umbrella, so that this is false, which makes this opposite, this negation, true. So if it's raining, true, and not has umbrella, not false is true, then we take the bus. So if we run this, we should take the bus. We don't. Is windy is declared and not used. So right now we're going to comment out this is windy variable, just because we're going to use it later, but we don't need it right now. So let's run it, and now we get take the bus. Is raining and not false, which is true, take the bus. Now if we do have our umbrella, then we want to walk to work. So else, we're just going to copy this, paste it. We'll say walk to work. And there's a lot of ways you can optimize this if statement and things like this. This is just one example right now. So I run this. We still get take the bus because we need to say has umbrella is true. So now if we say is raining, which is true, and the opposite of has umbrella has to be true. So has umbrella is true, the opposite is false. So if true and false, The whole thing has to be true for an and to be true. So is raining's true, not has umbrella is false. So it's not going to go inside of this if statement. It's going to go down to this else, and it's going to print walk to work. And we get walk to work. Now let's include one more scenario in here. This is windy. Again, multiple ways you can do this, but I just want to show you all these combinations. So if raining and is, let's start with is windy. So if it's raining and it's windy, our umbrella is going to blow away if we try and use it. So in that case, we will want to take the bus for sure. And then we could also say, so if it's raining and windy, we want to take the bus. Else, any other time we want to walk to work, because we don't care if it's not windy. So let's start with that. Is windy's false? Is raining is true? So we should be able to walk to work. Let's run it. Has umbrella is declared but not used, right? So comment that out, run it. You can see we can walk to work if it's raining, but it's not windy. So if raining is true, is windy is false, but this is an and operator, so both have to be true to get in here, which it's not. So we go down to the else, we walk to work. If it's raining and windy, so now if true and true, then we take the bus because it's raining and windy. We could include has umbrella into the mix, I guess. So let's do that. If raining and is windy, then we could do something like and has umbrella if we really wanted to do it this way. If all three are true, we still want to take the bus because it's windy and we don't want to have our umbrella blow away. So it doesn't matter if we have it or not, we want to take the bus. So let's run it. If all three are true, 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 we take the bus. So you can see we can combine these and statements. Now if we change our has umbrella to false, so if it's raining and is windy and we have our umbrella, which we don't, now we would want to walk. So now I'm getting myself mixed up. We don't want to walk if it's raining and windy. So we would have to kind of find another way to do this. So if raining and is windy, we want to take the bus. Else if, and this is where we can learn about else if. Else if is raining and has umbrella, then we want to walk to work. But it also has to not be windy. So I think we might have to say and not is windy, then we want to walk to work. So let's just do those two statements. We don't really need an else right now unless it complains. Yeah, so currently we're getting take the bus. So is raining and is windy is true, so we take the bus. If it's not windy, and when you're doing these if-else statements, you always want to put the most specific first. In our case, we don't have the most specific first, but I'll change these in a second. There are cases where if you don't put the most specific first, it'll always hit the top statement and it'll never get to your else if statement. But for our example here, this should work. So if we have an umbrella is true, but see, okay, so this is actually a good example. If we have this first, it doesn't matter if we have an umbrella or not. It's never going to get to this statement depending on what is windy is. So it doesn't care about us having an umbrella. So we actually want to take this and we want this to be our first statement like this. And then else if is raining and is windy. That's what we want here. We still want to take the bus if that's the case. So let's get this, paste it here. We could make that all one big statement up top, but I've already caused enough confusion. So, and let's actually copy, paste like that, format it. Yep, so if it's raining and we have an umbrella and it's not windy, we actually want to walk to work here. This has to be our first case, walk to work. Else if it's raining and it's windy, we want to take the bus. Anything else, we want to walk to work. So this did work out in the end. Walk to work. So if it's raining and we have our umbrella and it's not windy, we walk. If it's raining and it's windy, we take the bus. anything else, we're going to walk to work because it's totally fine. It's raining, and anything else would be not raining really for our purposes. So let's run it. Currently we take the bus because it's raining and it's windy and we have our umbrella. So let's talk about this first statement. Let's go through the whole thing. It is raining, true. We have our umbrella, true. Not is windy. It is windy, which is true. The opposite of true is false. So true and false gives us false. So we have to drop down to our else if. Else if is raining, true, and is windy, true. These are both true, so we drop into here, take the bus. We never get